चालू चालू है भाई। अब देखते हैं और भी ज्वाइन करेंगे। और बताओ मोइन भाई, क्या चल रहा है आजकल? भाई बांटे लगवा दे, जरूर भाई। अरे कहाँ बड़े लोग भाई। मैं किसी को ही नहीं कर रहा भाई आजकल। तुझे तुझे क्या? यार ये यूट्यूब डिले कर रहा है यार। We having one song today. I will do the recon on it, bro, and share how I get S3 bucket of Sony and get swag from that. Then we will discuss about origin IP techniques. Bro, today we will discuss about recon. Kraken की जर्नी भाई, क्रैकन की जर्नी। जब मुझे प्रोग्राम पता चला तो मैंने स्टार्ट किया हंटिंग करना। तो पहला बग मुझे जो मिला था वो था 12 से बाईपास। उसका मैं POC ऑलरेडी डाल चुका हूँ। अभी करेंगे हर वीक न्यू प्रोग्राम पे हंट करेंगे लाइव, कोई इशू नहीं है। मैं देख रहा हूँ भाई कुछ और भी बंदे ज्वाइन करेंगे ना धीरे धीरे। तक मैं थोड़ा इंट्रो दे दूँ। तो भाई जिसको नहीं पता कि मैं कौन हूँ, आई एम अ बग बाउंटी हंटर from past 3 years. Currently I am working as cyber security analyst at network intelligence. So इंट्रो को तो चलो इतना नहीं रखते हैं। तो आज हम लाइव स्ट्रीम में क्या करेंगे, रेकॉन सबडोमेन एनिमेशन। original burp extension for easy handling. Next, mindset. मेरे से 10,000 मांगा ट्रेनिंग की, मैंने कहा हम सिखा दूँ। गीतो भाई से जो भी थैंक यू भाई। मीन से ये सॉफ्टवेयर ही ऐसा कर दिया है, सारा कैप्चर कर रहा है। चलो भाई, जो ज्वाइन करेंगे ठीक है, हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो आवर टुडेज टारगेट इज़ सोनी। तो मैं बता दूँ, so most of people ask me about tools for subdomain enumeration। तो भाई मैं सिर्फ ओनली यूज सब एन। तो सब एनम क्या है? ये मल्टीपल टूल्स का यूज़ करता है साथ में, इंक्लूडिंग फाइंड डोमेन, एमएस, एसेट फाइंडर, सब फाइंडर, start.sh, वेबैक मशीन। और ये मैंने ऑलरेडी डाउनलोड कर रखा है। और मेरे सब कुछ सेटअप है। अगर कुछ भी मिसिंग हो, जैसे कभी कभी क्या दिखाता है, तो जैसे फाइंड डोमेन नॉट फाउंड, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग गो कमांड, छोड़ते हैं, मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ आपको। तो जब कमांड गो कमांड से इंस्टॉल करते हैं तो बहुत को कुछ एरर आते हैं। तो इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग गो कमांड, I installed already created binary from their release tags. You can copy the link where you can use wget command. And it will download it. Then you can do, it's a zip file, so a zip zip emas so you can see there is a ems. This is the binary file. You can move it directly to user local bin. So once you have done, you can directly use it. So when you use command like subenum, you have to move into directory. So I will give you trick how to create custom command for it. You have to make a bash in Linux, make this file, and you can do like subdomain bash home path of that file, and you can save it. Run source bash rc. सो नाउ यू हैव डोंट, अब आपको ना cd करके पूरा पाथ में जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप डायरेक्ट कमांड रन कर सकते हो। जैसे ये रहा, अभी ये मेरा सब enum डॉट एस एच डायरेक्टली रन हो रहा है। सो यू कैन क्रिएट मल्टीपल कस्टम कमांड्स लाइक दिस बाय क्रिएटिंग अ bash analysis file. So you can full the Oracle work screen. ओके प्रो, लेट मी चेक। ये पता नहीं भाई, मेरा वर्चुअल बॉक्स इशू कर रहा है शायद, ये तब भी ऐसे ही रहता है। मैं आपके लिए मैं करता हूँ इसका कुछ। वो रेजोल्यूशन ब्रो ऑलरेडी 1920 1080 पिक्सल में है, बट पता नहीं क्यों नहीं हो रहा है। बट मैं करता हूँ कुछ। रेजोल्यूशन का ब्रो मैं दिखाता हूँ तुम्हें। तब भी ऐसे ही है। अभी शो हो रहा है भाई। अभी तो सो होना चाहिए भाई। अभी शो हो रहा है ना? ओके। तो भाई मैं कह रहा था अ, जो सबसे पहला सब डोमेशन के लिए जो बेस्ट टूल जो मैं यूज़ करता हूँ वो है सबीना। इट्स अ बेस्ट स्क्रिप्ट। और मोस्टली ये मल्टीपल टूल यूज़ करता है, फाइंड डोमेन, सब फाइंडर, ईमास, एसएस फाइंडर, एचटीटीपी ब्रॉड। एंड जो इसका सबसे बेस्ट थिंग है वो ये है कि इसको हम पैरेलली यूज़ कर सकते हैं। तो ये सभी टूल्स को एक साथ पैरेलली रन करेगा। अभी मैं sony.com, हाँ भाई क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो भाई, जो पूछना है यू विल टॉक, यू कैन आस्क एनीथिंग, टेक्निकल ज्ञान। अ, जो मैं दूसरा चीज़ बता रहा था वो ये, अभी आपको ये जैसे कोई भी टूल्स होता है, अभी यहाँ पे ऐसे लोकेट है तो आपको यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली चेंज करके इसको रन करना पड़ता है। बट इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग दिस यू कैन मेक अ कस्टम एलाइज फॉर इट, like I have created. You have to create this file in Linux, and for Mac there is a bash profile file name. You can create alias whatever you want to give command name and the path. So once you have done this, you have to run source bash aliases source bash rc. So once it will run. So when you run this alias, it will automatically run that. So until it will go, we will do some recon. So next thing we need. So for Sony program, their equation are also in scope. So I use this website. So latest or old most popular Sony acquisition, it will show us like Sony mobile communication, Atel semiconductor, Toshiba, soft kinetic. So all these are in your scope, so you can do the same thing, do same recon on this, finding their subdomains, and whatever I will do next you can do the same on them. And you can see the subfinder find 8012 and AMAS find only one. So sometimes AMAS gives good result, but sometimes it's not. So that's why never rely on one tool while doing subdomain enumeration. You have to use multiple tools, and that's why I use only the script Savannah that automatically run my different kind of tools. recon of the we can get rest on subdomain. Bro, recon FTW, it's a very complex software, or you can say complex script. Uh, if you check your process system, it will consume your CPU up to 90%, and sometime it will crash, and it will take very long time. So instead of using that, you can use subenum, and then rest of you can do OSNIT on that. And second tool you can use is subroot. So I will show how to use subroot after finding the subenum results. And you can see serve.sh gives 1929. So there are lots of subdomains. And I will show you how you create nodes for better understanding the attack service and do good bug bounty on any program. Until it goes on, sir, how to find endpoints and determine what type of attack will be good for testing on that particular end. Bro, once it will subenum shows the result, I will show you how you can do find better surface mapping and what you can perform in that. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hello, bro. पर मैं भाई जॉब लगा कहीं पे है नहीं. वाह. Bro, once I will do step by step. Origin IP, I will tell everything. Don't worry. Internship सही है भाई. रिज्यूम भेजने का मैं देखता. भाई चलेगा चलेगा. Wait a second, bro. I am coming. तो काम कर दे वहाँ. देख करना चलेगा चलेगा सब. Now it's run all the tool and then it will resolve all the subdomains that we found. भाई जो सबसे अच्छी बात है बग बाउंटी फॉर बिगनर, आप रिपोर्ट करो। You have in starting you have to raise the quantity, then you have to shift quantity to quality. The more you report, there is a more chance of you are learning. Don't think you will get bounty in 1 month, 2 month, whatever. First just report. More reporting, more learning. More learning, more learning. सो जब तक वो चलता है भाई, तब तक हम कुछ मामले देखते हैं। So one dog is for Shodan dogs. I recommend Godfather Orva video if you ever watched. If you don't, then you have to watch his recon on Shodan, how will find Ascal injection, everything he tells in his video. So I use the same technique. Click one more, change it to HTTP title. Okay. So first we will check index of, is there any sensitive data leakage in index of directories. In Dell I found a P1 that disclose all their internal logs, passwords, credentials, everything. But that's a duplicate of 10 minutes. Client page. Link. Okay. I think everything is blank page. All.pl. .pl, I think they are Perl script. Yes, they are Perl script. Maybe you can find something fishy in it, like data leakage, but you have to make sure that it belongs to Sony. I don't know why it's not opening. So it's not, we can check using Shodan management data service. Okay, so we will use Chrome. It's belong to EDSTCG pitch.com. I think there is a client IP here that is provided by Sony in Japan, ISP. Sony provide IPs service, ISP service in Japan. ping, I think it's will be 403. You have find a API that belongs to Xperia, so you can run now here directory brute forcing. Also, we short out the domain name. Sony Xperia.ru, multiple domains, and there are multiple ports. 2082 mostly belongs to C panel. Three 306 is for MS SQL. Yeah, C panel. So you can run directory brute forcing, and if you find you can run Github recon. If you find anything, you can use here to bypass admin panel, or you can find JS file analysis. स्ट्रीम डिले ओके चल रहा है भाई, प्रोटेक्शन वर्ल्ड बाउंटी हंटिंग, one line bro for SQLi no bro. For SQLi I will try some payload list. If I find anything, then I will move it to SQL map. And if WAF is protecting, then I will use temper scripts. You can let me. So most of crowd bug hunters use this temper script. If you find you can, if you see the tweets of many person, they find SQL multiple SQL injection, they use temper script to bypass the WAF. You can check it here. Username enumeration on SSH. Bro, why we need to do SSH enumeration? There is, because for that we also need their RSA file. So you can try using the IP that same belongs to. And you can find the login panels, and then you can do same. For example, if we go to server logins, yeah, that is a Sony. You can try default password here, but someone already reported that, I know, and that is fixed. But you can try for JS file analysis and everything that you know for login. And you can also try SQL map on this by capturing the request and save the whole request, whole post request, and pass that request file into SQL map. Bro, no one accepts CV 2018-59 and nuclei also find that for you. It depends source code disclosure. Extensions bro, for browser I use fire proxy, vaporizer, shodan, and multiple URLs opener and multi-container. Let me show you. I use these extensions bro. TubeBuddy for YouTube, So don't think it's related to bug bounty. No success, bro. I don't try it, but in future I will try. It's resolving all these subdomains and it will take long time. भाई कल तो इसने बहुत जल्दी कर दिया था, आज इतना टाइम क्यों ले रहा है? I use Backbox Pro. It's a light Ubuntu and good for pen testing. नहीं भैया मैंने नहीं पहचाना आपको। Noxus is a good extension, bro. If you visit the website normally in your browser, if there is any chance of access, it will show you. But it's a paid one. And same is bulk bounty. Bulk bounty is also good. If you have don't use grep one, use paid one. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Karthike. And for GitHub recon, you can read any write-up, but I will recommend if you found any, for example, in this kind of login page, and it's belong to, let's say, you find IP x belongs to example.com, that IP, and in certificate the domain name is, for example, no found using tool dot example.com. Then you can directly search this on GitHub to find leaked credentials. Godfather or use this technique, find IP through Shodan, then it will check resolve the IP to host name, then he will search on that host on GitHub, and that's how I find multiple GitHub critical bugs, and you will know about him and his write-ups. His write-up is also good for GitHub recon learning. Second, I recommend to check Pawan Chaudhary tweets. He also tweet about GitHub record. He found most of the bugs related to GitHub. Yeah, bro. Python mostly creates issue. कुछ मिला भाई, क्या ढूंढना है भाई? मैं वो बताऊंगा ना मुझे how I got Sony swag by just doing recon of 20 minutes. until I will download the and second thing I will do, I sorry I forget to mention it. Go to docs file it will automatically attach Google Docs, and in one program using this I found their SQL database backup files, so you can check everything about it. And one tip, if you hunt on RDP and wanna check if will they reply or not, you can just give its name, go to find WordPress webpack machine, find is there any domain using WordPress still now, find is there an XML or RPC file, try to exploit it and submit it. PHP info, so you can try every docs here to find anything, like say anything related to Sony that is kind of a bug or a security issue, you can report it. Also you can try their acquisitions. How to search RDP, bro? For beginners I recommend go to Susi and I recommend Bitcoin one programs. So Kraken, Bits, Coinflex is a program on hack and proof and immunify. So instead of doing contact them directly, you can contact on hack and proof, because using their mail they will never respond to you. Same as P2B, P2P, B2B, it's also on hack and proof. Taxful is good program, and I think they will respond in just 2 days, and no one hunt on this. You can try on this program. I only submit this only one report to this. After that I have some work and never hunt on this, but it's a good program, respond very quickly. और जो भाई पहले हैकर वन पे क्राकेन को हांट कर चुका है, उसको लो बग का 1 बिटकॉइन मिलता था। मेरे केस में इन्होंने बाउंड्रीज को बहुत चेंज कर दिया। आई डोंट नो, मे बी वी आर लेट। सुनील येदला को एक लो बग का 1 बिटकॉइन मिला था, सबसे पहला बाउंड्री उनका यही था। हिज लाइफ फर्स्ट बाउंड्री इज 1 बिटकॉइन rewarded by Kraken for a low bug bug. You can see the minimum reward for eligible bug is 1 Bitcoin. This is at that time, I think 4-5 years ago. Bro, just copy, right click and copy the URL and try to submit it. Capture the request and go to response, or repeat, send that request to repeat. So I use mainly use sushi work work list. You can use also, it's a good, and you can mix up most of them, for example, and you can create your own one. You can see D19. So you can create your own nodes to find good program, and I think you will not find this program directly through Google until you don't create your own docs. And I forget his name. There is one person who create Samprit Das. Yeah, Samprit Das create his own docs like this. You can also create to find program that never hunted. You can try on these programs. So, and third tip I will give for finding programs: mix up. If you use these docs, use these, mix them together and create your own new doc. जाने का सोचा Web3 bro, अभी मैं I'm learning SDR, software defined radio pen testing, then I will move on to it. भाई बहुत कुछ समझा बोलो, करा के ने बहुत कुछ समझा भाई, योग्यता रे तो बहुत समझा भाई. I think it will complete now. Installed. I think I already have its webback URLs and nodes in my PC. So here is my recon nodes. I will show how I create. You can see there are 1000 subdomains I found at that time. 700 are alive, and the testing one is only this that I need to test. You can see what is, and I think there is only 12 or 13 domains or URLs that we need to test in last. So don't think there is a big large scope you can't on it. It will take time, but it's good for starting. I will show how you can create these kind of nodes. I will share what after creating these nodes, what is the use of webback URLs, how to find JS source code disclosure, for example API key, S3 buckets and all. Animation CIDR Pro. Most of the programs does not allow CIDR, but if you are hunting on program like Google, or you can say, but Google also neglect something because most of the IPs belongs to their client, not there. No bro, SS7 attack try किया और करना चाहोगे? No bro. Right now I'm learning about VoLTE calls, how to capture that. And if you also want to learn about SDR, I recommend this channel. This is the OS I used, Dragon OS, and this is the guy. It will, most of all of his videos are on SDR hacking, how to use
So it's been a while
data.
since I made an actual install video, and I'm glad that I did.
So anyone interested in learning about software defined radio, you can check his channel. भाई आज बहुत टाइम लगा रहा है. Second thing, if you download through Go commands and all, instead of doing that, you can use directly this technique. Copy their already created binary, extract them, now you are good to go. Bro, I shared the channel. Do you do Android pen testing? Yes, bro, I do Android pen testing. Even in my organization, I have to do Android application pen testing. तो आज बहुत टाइम लगा रहा है, इतना टाइम इसने कभी नहीं लगाया. Once the result is completed, it will create a text file of all results you found. And for S3 bucket, I think I found using this. This is the URL where I found their API key that still I have. You can see their API AWS SSP. So I will share everything how you can do this. You can see their URL, but still I think अब YouTube का स्ट्राइक आएगा इस वीडियो में. Disclosing the credentials. For iPhone pen testing, which iPhone? 7s bro. हैक द यूट्यूब हैक नहीं है बोल। ये बहुत टाइम लगा रहा भाई आज। Maybe the issue with HTTP probe here. अब भाई मैं पहले बता दूं मेरा इंग्लिश इतना अच्छा नहीं है, सो ब्रो मुझे इतना नहीं पता है। दोबारा भाई बहुत टाइम लगाएगा फिर ये। Instead of doing that, I also recommend, I have used pretty recon and I think sony.com is also there. Right now my subscription is closed, but I will purchase it again. It's a good भाई कोई ब्रूट फोर्स मत करना, पहले ही बता रहा हूँ। या नॉट सब्सक्राइब्ड। तो जब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं करेंगे तब तक ये जाने भी नहीं देगा। Soon I will buy it again. अरे भाई 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 so let it run. Instead of doing that, we will do it on kraken.com. because it will give quick response. डोमेन 117 इतने तो सब डोमेन है ही नहीं भाई उसकी। इसको ब्रेक करते हैं। भाई इसका क्या था यार। Subfinder find 0 subdomains of sony.com. Maybe that's a network issue. By how you like to spend your bounties on card close by सब पेरेंट्स को सबमिट जो मिला सब. टॉस हो गया ये. मैं इसको रीस्टार्ट मारता हूँ. इसलिए वो सब फाइंडर कुछ दे नहीं रहा था. जीएफ भाई काउंट करनी पड़ेगी. तो basically how to create nodes now. Mousepad pure this. So I have an extension and I think now stream will be crashed for a while because it will hang all my PC. So paste, you have to install multi URL opener in your Firefox. Once you're done, it will hang my PC. Okay bro, no problem. Now we need to create nodes this application. So you can see there is thousands of subdomains, but most of them are nothing. It will load because it's opening multiple. This is nothing. Nothing. We have found one subdomains and it's a functional. So there are mainly four kinds of subdomains. One is functional that we need to test. Third is third party. Need to find CD public vulnerability. Third is static blocks. Static is fourth is 4 accesses. So 4 accesses, in 4 accesses there are multiple domains that come in our scope. One is 401, 403. So all if you find these kind of subdomains, then you have to list in this. Like this is a function, because why it's a function, because this gives us a login page that we can test. So that's a functionality. This is nothing. This is nothing. So you can see how much of subdomains are just waste. We can direct an HTTP probe also, and then we can filter this. This is, I think, a static page. One more, nothing. But what they are using, Colonetics, Cloudflare, CDN. It's not, they are not using Cloudflare. But that's a static website. This kind of website are categorized into static subdomains. For static, you have to do directory search. Laptop to run. There is a one more subdomain, that's HepKit. Yeah, this is also functional because it gives all login, cart, all functionality. So we have another functional subdomain that we need to test. Oh, HQ matrix. Let's search for this. I think that's a blank page, but we will keep. You can do directory search also on this. 403. Bad request. It's a cloud front. Leave it. Another login functionality. So I think it will not, it does not open all of the subdomains that we have. So let's first filter all of them. Mailing right now we have you can see I have opened I think around 500 URLs, and only from them there are 3 only functional, one is static. So from those domains I need to test only 2 domains. So making all these recon nodes are very essential part in bug bounty. recon bro, हंट करूँगा भाई तो कुछ भी लिया स्ट्राइक आएगा, बट करेंगे हंट भी करेंगे, लाइव हंट फर्स्ट recon. रिकॉर्ड रहेगा भाई. अरे मैंने वो नहीं लगाया क्या सुपर चैट. Oh, cracking one is. Oh, it's mixed up with old cat. King. First create. So Sabinam has gave us the result, and there are 8,394 subdomains that is it resolved, and from all of them we need to I think test only. Let me first open this capture all. Will open. If TG site have too many redirects and comes to a page no respondent says site have too many redirects. Bro, itself. To crack in Windows is safe. Yes, Pro. I use crack one. What are your PC specs? It's a 12 GB RAM, 4 GB graphic card, i i5 processor. We don't need this now. All these are the results of domains uh, resulted by subenum. Most of them are still down, not working. How many tabs it open now? What are you hunting mostly? I call one or background bro. Mostly I hunt on hack and proof and responsible disclosure. Also hunt on hacker one background, but there is an issue on background, so they block me, permanently banned, and that is because I have reported three three report of a one bug on different programs. More on two of them, it's a P2 duplicate, rewarded 5 points, and in the next program the same trigger marked it as NA, but that bug is not out of scope, but still he marking it as NA. Then he marked it as P5. After so much discussion with coding and all, they mark it as duplicate. I reported that on 23 March, and they mark it duplicate of 2 April. Then why I need to hunt on background? PC hang bro, as it's opening 8,000 subdomains. I love logical flow bypass pro. Sometimes it leads to doors, sometimes it leads to some access control. Bro, is my live going on? Because it shows it's still loading. It's working now. Yes, bro, some triggers. I don't know why they do this. Because on this, if they marked NA on all three programs, then there is no issue. They mark duplicate on two program and reward me 5 points, and on the third it will mark it as P5 or NA. Then it's a bad thing. So let's come to recon nodes. So most of subdomains are down. And I recommend one thing. Once you have to install this sodan.io extension, if any of domain saying server is down or is not opening and is marked as number set, you have to run nmap on it to find ports. Let's install this book. I love the most pro. I love logical flow bypass. Opening, you know. So you have to create one more node, and this node is need to unmap. Or like in the last domain I have cut, it will rise with the number. You just need to make sure you copy that domain and put it need to nmap. It says Sony error. I think they need authentication or something on it. Like this echo sony.com and it's warm number system. You need to do nmap on this subdomain. भाई स्ट्रीम शेयर कर दो. It says you with multi-opener extension browser get hangs. Yeah, Ivanti is a different service. It's a Indian website, and this domain is using it. So it's a third party. So if you find any CV related to this or any credential leaked on, you can try on this. 403 forbidden admin service box. So that's interesting. You can run directory brute forcing, but before doing that, always check two things. Is this allowed to access anything after it, or it always say return robot 403 forbidden. So every time you whatever you putting, it will return 403 forbidden. So you don't need to do directly brute forcing on this. Oh. There is another subdomain. Welcome to SI Sony Interactive. You can search this Sony Interactive Entertainment VPN on GitHub to find credential, and you can try. But there is auto verified that you need a passcode, or let's say you need OTP for it. But sometimes this is not properly configured, and that is linked on GitHub. So we have another subdomain that relate using third party. So we need to mention Ivanti. And so until we are doing this, we run cat. Oh. Find wayback URLs. SS denied. That's a Akamai, I think. Akamai technology. And most of analytics never accessible. This is the same static website that we have already put in our notes. Ivanti same, but there is something that the apple is not installed on not a procedure. It will allow to, but you can try one more thing here. If you see there is a B parameter, you can try LFI here. So I will make a note. and the file only packet. Second we can try here is open redirect. Third we can try XSS. That seems, but this is a pulse secure login, so also the third party again. This is something new, but this is a functional website need to test, and you will find lots of vulnerability because this is not behind anywhere. It's using Salesforce, and you can find multiple logical bugs here because there is a login functionality also. Every week pro, हर वीक अब बग बाउंटी का लाइव स्ट्रीम होगा और हम लाइव हंट भी करेंगे, रिपोर्ट भी करेंगे, सब करेंगे. 404 not found, and I think it's Apache Tomcat, and if it's Apache Tomcat we can try, but they are using Akamai again. Nothing. So there is nothing we can do here. Production environment, you can do directory brute forcing on it. Static website, need to do. If someone need this notepad file, let me know, I will share. So the Cyocta that already we have, so we don't need. You can see both have a similar interface, similar UI, so remove this, we don't need duplicate. This is again remove one. Yes, they are using Cisco VPN, and you can try Cisco VPN CV, find vulnerability on this. So that's a third party application. Blank page need to refresh, nothing, but there is one more port, HTTP Microsoft Corporation. Yeah, it will reflect same to always on the same page. And if you see, this is another subdomain with the functionality of login search. It's in the path. check which HTML context they are using. Value anything else? We need to search test. One of 5. Okay, next. Where is test? It's coming in the okay. So we will remove everything. We will try on mouse. You can try different kind of understand the HTML context, and then you can try for accessing the search bar login functionality. So that's a functional website. We will put it on our notes. Again, this is FMI. On every page it will redirect to single page. Yes. वॉइस नहीं आ रहा क्लियर. अभी आ रहा है बोलो. What can we do with the origin IP? Bro, origin IP एक तरह से वेब को बाईपास कर सकता है, और उसके बाद हम अपने जो नॉर्मल टेस्टिंग होती है वो कर सकते हैं. Because if you try XSS on a Cloudflare, you have to bypass it. But if you find origin, थोड़ा लाइट बोलो भाई, माइक और स्पीकर लगा दो क्या? Anyone having issue with the voice? अभी आ रहा है ब्रो? There is a one more website. Is there any functionality? Is into functional. As you can see, there is a tutorial button. Trial. Sony.com itself. It's a main domain, always functional. ये अच्छे से लोड नहीं हुआ. Apex pages Salesforce. It's a static website. Website can मैंने report किया, but they save as informative. What I can do for so more pro do directly searching. A second is perform bot scan, do normal hunting like we do on another subdomains to find another kind of bug. For example, on a forest.com I found origin IP, then I found source code disclosure, and then they reward me. And the second is internet domain access. For that they reward me $100. Same I found on hacker one, and they reward me $250 because I found the logs. Pro, I will show my report on hacker one. गलती से कट किया. You can see set up user ID pin. It's a functional domain. The same, so we will remove. Same we will remove. We have to keep only unique subdomains. I think we already have same subdomain, if I'm not wrong. I think I have got that, but I think we have same subdomain in our list already. भाई ये मैं फंक्शनल में डाल रहा हूँ. Okay. Again static page. Akamai. So going to blank. Not good. We can try SQLi and properly redirect and access here. And it's a functional website. We already have this already. Rule 3 every single. And if you find anything website like click.email or email or mail, you have to make try to find way back to your is there anything leakage. I found 100 emails of a company. Same website that goes. That's unique one. Okay, anything we can perform. I think it's some kind of blue. There is a functionality, but this is the same website we already have. So remove this. Now you can see we have visited almost over 500 plus subdomains, and we have only 10 to 12 maximum domains that we need to test. Again, there is a login page, functionality, and a next URL, and next this kind of parameter. Always try to find parameter on login page, and once you log out page. Once you click on log out page, always run parameter on it. You will find some hidden parameters on that you can try for open redirects and DOM based accesses. So that's a functional one, but third party. We already have that subdomain. This is unique. We can try SQLi here. Same. This is the same one, and that I think it's a Cisco gateway for use for remote access third party. Netscaler, that's this is again new one. IBM has Ferus here. This is again third party login. Cloud data. Always return a blank page, nothing. Developer.sony.com. I found a self-access here on login functionality in a post parameter, but it's not vulnerable for CSRF. So it's a P5. Because when you click on login here, a parameter is part named as redirecturl. SST9. This is again third party digital entertainment exchange. This is created by Sony itself, so it's not a third party, it's a functional domain. Again, this is not great. This is different UI, so it's again a functional domain. Again different UI and functional domain. I think it's a S3 bucket here. Imagine S3, so it's a cell.sony. For this you can use a slurp tool. Let me show you. So you can use this tool by providing the domain cell.sony.com to find bucket name. I will ping or share it in a chat. Paraminer. So damn a paraminer. Pro. Hello Nitin bro, welcome to stream. So last domain is Dell.develop, and I think it's again Amazon S3. Let me find something. Test. No such key it will show. No, there is a misconfiguration in this packet. Maybe they are using different kind of cloud storage. So where is Sony domains dl.developer? So similarly, you after that you have to do all these subdomains check and make these kind of nodes, which is functional, which is static. Once you're done, then for the third party you have to find series or vulnerability that is already public. You can search on Google, Twitter, whatever you want, and try those on these subdomains, and if you find something you can report it. Secondly, for Okta, copy the domain name, search it in GitHub, and use dark Okta. So now you can see भाई तुम्हारी तो पेस्ट करा ओरिजिन आईपी की रिपोर्ट प्रो। मैं शो करता हूँ, वेट करो। Our next topic is JS file analysis. After finding all this, what you need to do, just copy all the functional domains. And open your burp. It will open for all, but we want only for this. I don't want. So there are totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 subdomains we have found that are functional. We will own the bulk proxy and open these URLs. Once all opens, we will close the bulk proxy. So we have done. We got every sony.com subdomain that is we need to test. So we will add to scope. So once you have added the scope, mark it only in scope item and spider all this. HTTP is not working. And for JS file analysis, I use JS miner. You can see JS miner secret credentials. So it finds something. What it is? Let's check response. Client ID, something like this. So you can use JS miner extension. And similarly, I use JS miner. And one is link finder to find hidden parameter and hidden links they are using. And this website is one, so that is out of scope. Cloud resources. So we find a cloud resource. Let me check. Is there any S3 bucket or something else? CloudFront. So similarly, you can find anything they are using, like S3 bucket, cloud storage bucket, Firebase, anything in the JS file. JS miner will tell you. You can install it in your burp. किस चीज़ को सांस लेना दो भाई, सांस ले. यूज regex to add Sony subdomain to scope. ब्रो वो तो जब हंट करते हैं तब ऐड कर देंगे. अभी मैं बता रहा हूँ कि JS फाइल के लिए पैस्ट टेक्निक, जस्ट कैप्चर ऑल दी subdomains, spider these and use JS miner. It's a patched extension to find anything leaking in the JS files. You will find interesting subdomains also, that is you can find through, for example, protect.electronics.sony.com. and I think we have this in our list or not. Protect cannot, you can see we had, there is a no protect.sony.com whatever. So we using JS files we find different subdomains also, and we can hunt on this also. I hope you will understand this point, what is the use of JS miner. If you have any doubt you can ask in the chat. Link finder and bro, just open barcode extender. अरे कहाँ चला गया? Go to BF store. If you go to JSHIG, here is a JS miner and here is JS link finder. You have to install both. And JS JWA JWTA JSON Web Token attack is used for JWT and JWT also for JWT attack. So what it will do, if there is anything, it will automatically let you select what is attack you want to do. You can see attacker, if there is any JWT passed in any website, it will capture that token, and there is a menu. You want to do none attack or signature spoof attack, whatever, or if you want to use different signature with public key. And how to find public key, you can get from it their SSL certificate. You can google about it. किसी कुछ या प्रो BF स्टोर से. भाई स्ट्रीम मेरा डिले हो रहा है बहुत ज़्यादा. I don't know why, but stream is getting very delayed. So using GS miner, and next extension I'm tell you, once you click on the passive scan the source, then there is a hunt scanner extension that will capture the parameters and yet let you know what attack you can perform on it. So it's a good extension, but make sure the host is in your scope, because sometimes it's captured for a third party. So there is a config parameter, we have to check config. There are multiple. So whatever the parameter, you can say there is debug and logic parameters, and there is advisory what you can perform. Similarly, if there is any LFI parameter for LFI, YouTube, that's not in our scope file. Yes. Where is a file parameter? Profile. It will capture everything. This is the parameter name, device profile. So you can check every parameter of every subdomain. You capture and run the you have to run passively scan this host, and it will capture all the parameters that passing on those URLs, categorize them according to their vulnerability set. So it's a good extension, and it is created by the Virdoex. On scan bug crowd. So this is the URL, and you have to install only burp one. Bro, you are using our burp shoot 2020 or 2021 or 2022. It will automatically spider the website, so no need of. Yes, this extension is very good. JS miner is also cool, JWTA also cool, param miner is cool. think Vivek URLs is still loading. So we have used how to find subdomain, and second thing I want to share is about sub.sh. For example, if I go to kraken.com, I found our region IP through it, and I will show you how I found. You can say it's not origin IP something. It's like another domain that work as kraken.com but not behind Cloudflare, where I am able to find some issue, and that domain name is Okta. Yes, this domain that is. Now it redirects to directly kraken.com, but at that time it's accessible. You can see it redirect to kraken.com. So make sure once any program just capture their copyright and search in sub.sh. You find different kind of, for example here it is one more domain, and you can report it to them if there is any issue found on it. So don't just think what else scope they define. You have to try everything. If you find critical vulnerability in out of scope domain, it is acceptable. Now we come to basic technique for finding. Okay, so let me first show how I found the Sony S3 packet. I think I already shown, but who join now? I found this URL in their wayback URLs. When I visit, they give error with their key and the bucket name. You can see, and when I visit this, I find B2B admin, and there are a lot of more data that I found, and I think I have screenshot of that too. That's different. Where is the POC of it? I think I have deleted them. So once you find wayback URLs, try to find URL that is different. Search like admin API URL parameter HTTP, anything like this. So once you have done, let me check. Let me just close this clear. I think ls cat URLs. Close this. it loading all the content of the copy this notepad control and control V. It signs pro. sub.sh pro मुझे फिर से बताना पड़ेगा। sub.sh पे क्या करना है, कोई भी आपका टारगेट, फॉर एग्जांपल आई चूज kraken.com, I just copy its copyright signature, payload.in, their organization name. I will put it here. And I click on search. So every domain related to that company I will find. And I found a very good issue of authentication bypass on this domain. For that I will divided $1,500. And now it's redirect to kraken.com, but at that time it's accessible and I am able to do authentication bypass of any account. But now it's redirect, so you can try all this and find all these subdomains or domains that is not in your scope and try to assess them. If you find anything critical, you will be rewarded for it. अभी समझ आ गया browser.sh का। या अभी भी कुछ डाउट है? So now move our next topic, that is origin IP. So I will share the latest one I found on forest.com. Let me close everything. So I will share techniques and you can find same on Shodan. I use both of them together. First technique is SSL storage.com. I need 200 pages, or if I remove 200, I first want to list all IP. That's a different case. I think they have removed the IP now. CGAP we went to directory group for Sonnet. Hold on, / here. So first technique is search on hosts the forest.com. Now it's showing only one IP. Why? 339. So using them I found multiple bugs on it. So origin IP is this, and what I do at that time, I just search the forage.com here. What you need to do, anything that come up, just copy it and paste in the browser. The forage.com. So every IP you have to check, but make sure there is a CN forage.com or the target.com that you want to search. For example, I think Kraken still have something. Body. You have to make sure this CN is present in that IP. It's belongs to Cloudflare. It's in the body. Maybe this is another website we are using. Similar. It is not showing all the results, bro. This is never accessible. It's accessible, you will able to find. Make sure to check every port that is listed. For example, here it is listed 80 and 443. And that is belongs to their Kraken Sports Sandbox. Okay, and it's in production, bro. Let me report this. those who are asking me about the impact of origin IP, so one of impact, you can see this is a sandbox environment. They does not make it live till now, but still I am able to assess it. We can do a file upload, vulnerabilities, whatever, but I am directly reporting it. If they will ask me to show them impact, then I will hunt on it. किसी को कुछ डाउट पाई? भाई कोई साइड बाय साइड रिपोर्ट मत करना, देख लो. And I think it's a UAT in deployment, and I don't know why they mark it as. Let me check. Is there any restriction? It will download. Okay. So 2FA issue is nothing, it's a blind access SVG file. So whoever opens this, it will trigger and I will get the mail. So make sure while doing chat and all, share this kind of blind access image. And second thing we need to do is downloads GPS. It's downloaded, go to exif data. And you can see they are not moving the GPS data here. So there is a vulnerability of exif data not scrapped. So any doubt in origin IP impacts, बस कोई रिपोर्ट मत करना भाई, अभी मैं रिपोर्ट बना रहा हूँ. I will copy it, paste it here. So this is the first report. You can find multiple origin IP like this. First understand, is it in production? If production environment is accessible, you don't need to exploit it properly. You can say production environment access. If they ask, you can do like I do. If they, anyone in the production, open this to FA dot issues whatever I uploaded, my blind access file will be executed, and I'm sure because it directly downloads without mitigations in production. So once that executed, I am able to get their internal information or internal data, and that's make it critical vulnerability. Anyone having doubt till now? भाई किसको रिपोर्ट किया था भाई? Bro, how to make blind accesses, bro? Open with notepad. So you have to replace this link with your accesses domain, and this is the result. And if I like it's let me download it, if I open it will give me alert, and my blind access is also visible. You can see it gives alert, and I will get mail of blind accesses in my another email that is not here. I don't know why it's sending. नितिन भाई किस पे रिपोर्ट किया था आपने? नहीं, कौन सा मुझे याद नहीं है ना भाई. एक्सेस सेंटर को रिपोर्ट किया था आपने ओरिजिन भाई. भाई वो कुछ प्रोग्राम होते हैं ऐसे, उनका हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते. सो ओरिजिन आईपी का और भी टेक्निक नेक्स्ट वीक हम करने वाले हैं. आई थिंक इट टुक्स टू लॉन्ग. यू कैन सी द माई accesses payload file. So whoever from the team, whoever opens it, I will get the same email. So till now किसी को कुछ any question, anything else तो बता दो भाई. उसके बाद हम स्ट्रीम क्लोज कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट वीक मिलते हैं विद डिफरेंट टेक्निक्स ऑफ ओरिजिन आईपी. And next week I will also think about how I found multiple doors that is acceptable on programs. और भाई लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब क्या रहना पड़े. ये आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड लिस्टिंग कैसे करते हैं आईपी के थ्रू. listing attack, bro, I don't understand what is listing attack. इंफॉर्मेशन डिस्क्लोजर बग्स खोजने के लिए बिजनेस लॉजिक प्रो बिजनेस लॉजिक का हम डिस्कस करते हैं. आई विल शो यू माई POCs मेथड इंफॉर्मेशन डिस्क्लोजर. बाई मोस्ट आई फाउंड दिस information disclosure either through webApp URLs or through origin IP and through the JS file analysis through JS Miner. Arbitrary attack. डायरेक्टरी लिस्टिंग भाई इंडेक्स ऑफ अगर आपको मिलता है तो वो डायरेक्टरी लिस्टिंग. इंडेक्स ऑफ के थ्रू कोई सेंसिटिव डाटा डिस्क्लोज हो रहा है तो वो होता है. लेट मी शो यू व्हाट इज डायरेक्टरी लिस्टिंग. मुझे पक्का पता है यूट्यूब इस पे स्ट्राइक करेगा. सो दिस इज अनइथिकल but I found on Dell and I think they don't fixed it till now. So let's don't disclose it till now. If anyone needs the report, I will share on my social media. You can inbox me on my social media or my WhatsApp, whoever have, I will share. Because disclosing them, even this kraken.com finding this kind of IP also and vulnerability is not ethical. Annual site थी. ओके ब्रो, भाई उन पे अगर कुछ भी इशू मिलता है तो मैं पहले नॉर्मल बग रिपोर्ट करता, अगर वो रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं तभी मैं अच्छे बग रिपोर्ट करता हूँ। अनटिल देन आई रिपोर्ट ओनली P5 P4 ओनली, क्योंकि क्रिटिकल रिपोर्ट करने का फ़ायदा तब है जब कुछ रिस्पॉन्स आए। कुछ एंड सम पर्सन से जब क्रिटिकल करते हो तभी वो रिस्पॉन्स देते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता भाई। अगर हम उसको क्रिटिकल दे देंगे तो वो फिक्स करके चुपचाप चलता बनेगा। बहुत तेज होते हैं ये। OBR well-born alpha. Just prove what you want to ask. You can inbox or you can मैसेज इन द चैट। भाई मैंने तुम्हारे ट्विटर पे फॉलो किया है, तो तुम मुझे वहाँ ओरिजिन IP को बता सकते हो क्या इम्पैक्ट शूट करने के लिए। ब्रो ओरिजिन फर्स्ट शो मी ना हाउ व्हाट टाइप ओरिजिन IP यू गेट। Is there any functionality or you just got a normal page or it's that in the production like I got right now of Kraken। वैसे लाइव स्ट्रीम करने का फ़ायदा हो गया भाई, Kraken के बग गया। बहुत दिनों बाद हंट किया मैंने Kraken पे। वो डायरेक्ट सेम वेबसाइट पर ब्रो ट्राई टू लॉग इन, because sometimes the index page will work but rest of the page is not work, so try all the functionality whatever is on the main domain। JS फाइल को एनालाइज करो bro। क्योंकि ओरिजिन IP पे जो JS फाइल होती है वो अनमिनिफाइड होती हैं बहुत बार, और उनमें हमें सेंसिटिव डाटा मिल जाता है जो मिनिफाइड में नहीं मिलता। और किसी का कुछ डाउट प्रो। या source page or you can capture the spider the website and go for GS miner extension। bro share the IP, I will check, not here, or if you want to share with all you can share here, we can check। सो भाई अभी के लिए बस इतना ही। थैंक यू फॉर वाचिंग। अरे भाई ये POC अपलोड कर दे रहा भाई ठीक है। अरे ये ऑलरेडी भाई वो यूट्यूब पे ही है भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम में, इसका भी क्या जरूरत पड़ेगा POC का। बट ओरिजिन IP का करना नहीं चाहिए कभी भी जब तक वो फिक्स ना हो, क्योंकि वो IP प्राइवेट होता है एंड डिस्क्लोजिंग समवन IP पब्लिक इज़ अ क्राइम। तो मैं तो बस अभी ओनली फॉर एजुकेशन आई एम शोइंग दिस, इट्स नॉट अनइथिकल। अनफॉर्चुनेटली इट डिस्क्लोज ऑन यूट्यूब। सो मिलते हैं भाई नेक्स्ट वीक विद डिफरेंट टेक्निक्स ऑफ ओरिजिन IP। तब तक के लिए टाटा बाय बाय। हंट करो प्रो, रिपोर्ट मोर, एक्सेप्ट लेस, रिपोर्ट मोर। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग ब्रो। भाई लेते हैं, बहुत बहुत कंपनियां लेती हैं। ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में अभी आया नहीं ना ब्रो, कभी आओगे तो पता चलेगा। when you work for an organization but IP belong a means to a company। Okay bro, thanks for watching. Tata, bye bye, and thank you for watching this.